This is a classic story, and you will recognise it. It's entitled Paddo, which is a Scottish word for a frog. And you can probably guess now that the frog is going to turn into... Yes? Let's see. Once upon a time, a young girl was in her cottage with her mother. They were very poor, as they often are in these folk tales. And the mother said to her daughter, "Look, we will have nothing to eat tonight unless you go down to the well and get me some fresh water to bake some bannocks." Bannocks are the term used in Scotland for buns or rolls. So the daughter took her jug and she went down to the well, and when she reached the well she let down the bucket into the well, but she didn't hear a splash, and when she pulled it up there was no water at all. She sat down beside the well and wondered what she would do. But she knew she had to go home and tell her mother that there was no water in the well. So she started off across the meadows, and as she walked along her tears were dripping down into the long grass. Suddenly she heard a voice. "And what's the matter? Can I help you?" She looked around and couldn't see anything. "No, down here, look." And she looked down, and there was an ugly frog sitting in the middle of the path. "Oh," said the young girl, "yes, I'm upset because I went to the well and there's no water, and if I don't take any water home, we won't have any supper, because my mother can't bake any bannocks." "Oh," said the frog, "I think I can help you. Come back to the well with me, but if I get you some water, will you promise to marry me?" The girl laughed. "Of course I'll marry you," she said, thinking what a joke this was. So they went back to the well, and the frog hopped on the rim of the bucket, and the girl let it down, and this time she heard a loud splash. When she pulled it up again, there was the bucket full of water, and she dipped her jug in until it was full, and then thanked the frog and said goodbye and thought no more about him. When she reached home, the mother baked the bannocks, and then she lit the fire, and they were just about to sit down for their supper when there was a knock at the door. "Oh, who's that?" said the mother. "Never mind," said her daughter, "I'll go." As she opened the door, she heard a voice singing, "Now open the door, my hinny, my heart. Now open the door, my own true heart. Remember the promise that you and I made, down in the meadow where we two met." "Oh," said the girl, opened the door, and there was the frog, who hopped in and went straight across to the fireplace. "Oh," said her mother, "a dirty, slimy frog in here, whatever?" "Whisht, mother," for the frog had started to sing again. "Now bring me my supper, my hinny, my heart. Now bring me my supper, my own true love. Remember the promise that you and I made, down in the meadow where we two met." "Oh, waste a good bannock on a frog!" "Shh, mother," said the daughter, and she went and got a saucer and broke a little bannock into the saucer and poured some milk on top and put it by the frog, who ate it up happily. Then the frog started to sing again. "Now put me to bed, my hinny, my heart. Now put me to bed, my own true heart. Remember the promise that you and I made, down in the meadow where we two met." "Oh, a slimy, dirty frog in your bed, whatever next?" said the mother. "Whisht," said the daughter. So the daughter picked up the frog and took it over and placed it on her pillow. Whereupon the frog started to sing again. "Now give me a kiss, my hinny, my heart. Now give me a kiss, my own true heart. Remember the promise that you and I made, down in the meadow where we two met." "Oh, whatever next?" said the mother. But the girl bent down and kissed the frog on top of his head. Whereupon the frog started to sing again. "Now bring me an axe, my hinny, my heart. Now bring me an axe, my own true heart. Remember the promise that you and I made, down in the meadow where we two met." "Oh," said the mother, "something terrible is about to happen." But the daughter went outside to the woodshed, she fetched the axe, and she came back, and she stood in front of the frog. Whereupon the frog started to sing again. Now cut off my head, my hinny, my heart. Now cut off my head, my own true love. Remember the promise that you and I made down in the meadow where we two met. Oh, thought the girl. She closed her eyes and lifted the axe high and brought it down. Whoosh! And then it seemed as though a radiance was filling the room, and hardly daring to uncover her eyes, she heard a voice singing, Now open your eyes, my hinny, my heart. Now open your eyes, my own true love. Remember the promise that you and I made down in the meadow where we two met. And the girl opened her eyes and turned around and saw in front of her a young, handsome prince. And need I tell you, they were married and lived happily ever after.